Meow, 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 meow. So I like to check my mic. Meow into it. Okay. Go.
Cutest thing I've ever heard.
Hello. I'm really glad you're here. I'm Amy, and this is Amy's Wild Cards. This is the podcast where I interview people who I think are my friends. And with a deck of cards filled with random questions I have created, this deck will be shuffled at the beginning of each interview, and whatever comes up and in whatever order is completely up to fate. We're going to laugh, maybe cry, probably be offended. Let's get into it. So, my dear friend Tina is here today.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, Tina.
Hi.
So, here's our deck.
Okay.
So, what I am doing is I'm like cleansing the deck in
Mhm.
between guests. So, I do like a separate shuffle in between people.
Okay.
So, now this shuffle I'm beginning is the Tina shuffle.
Tina Shuffle. It sounds like a dance move.
I know. That's literally what I just thought of. I was like, that's so cute. You get your own dance move, Tina. So I'm sending Tina vibes to the cards.
I'm a Leo. I do deserve my own
All about the signs, obviously. So please send your vibes to the deck right now. Higher
dance.
power, what do you want Tina's interview to be? And Tina, I'm going to give you an option. You can either tell me when to stop shuffling,
Okay.
or I can decide for you.
Vibes. You go with the vibes.
Okay. I love it.
Although I do love it. But I'll give it to you today.
I know. I go back and forth sometimes too. Okay. I'm going to do a little bit more. I got to do the shuffle. Do you know anything about card playing? Like regular
I
cards?
do a little bit.
Can you do this one?
I can do that one.
You had the instinct to do it. Yeah, that's what is that what it's called? The bridge?
Yeah.
I'm not the best at it, but I feel like it's the most it's like the purest way to shuffle.
I agree. And I think it's like I can only do the downward. I can't do the flipping it back up.
But yeah, the downward, that's what I do.
Yeah. But I actually got to teach it. So I work at a middle
Oh.
school, and I got to teach it to some of my students a few weeks ago.
Teaching the children how to play
cards. Was very fun.
Oh, I love that for you. Okay. No, I'm gonna stop.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Oh, this is good. We were just talking about teenagers. Speaking of, if your teenage self saw you now, would they think you're cool?
Absolutely. I'm allowed to swear, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Absolutely. That is actually something that I've been doing the last few years, is like curating my style and curating everything to kind of be the person that little me would have thought was really cool, and also the person that little me would have felt safe with.
Oh, feel safe with. That's
Yeah.
good. I thought you were going to say proud of, but safe with, I think, is like more valuable.
Yeah. I don't know that they would be proud of me, because we had a very different idea of what success was.
What did like younger you think success was?
Well, I was raised very religious,
Right.
so being married, having children,
Yeah.
having a career, doing all of it. I wanted to be a veterinarian, astronaut, and mom, like all three.
Barbie.
And a ballet dancer too, like all
Totally
of it.
Barbie.
Yeah, I wanted to be Barbie, and now I am Barbie, but in a very different way. I'm
You're
weird
like-
Barbie. I'm very much weird Barbie instead.
But like, what a compliment.
I
Because we
know.
obviously all saw that film, and like weird Barbie's the cool Barbie.
Yeah, she's the one who.
Kate McKinnon, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I love her.
Love her.
She knows more than everybody. She's the only one who knows reality.
She's
so
like woke as fuck.
yeah,
And cool.
Yeah, I
That's so funny. Oh my god, I love that for you. Can I call you weird Barbie on the streets? Is that okay?
100%.
Oh,
I
hell
actually do
yes.
have like a Barbie like motocross
That's right.
jacket.
Yes. You were to my birthday picnic,
Yes,
right?
I did.
Yeah. Oh my god, it's so cute.
And my students always compliment me when I wear it.
Cute. Do you think you're smarter than me?
Me? Smarter than you? Depends on the subject, probably.
Yeah, that's a realistic answer.
I think I bet you've got me beat in a lot of spiritual stuff.
Huh, interesting that
And-
you would say that.
Yeah.
Huh.
I definitely think that you are more spiritually attuned than I am.
Really?
Absolutely. Um
What a compliment. I mean, that's weird because like, I feel like the very spiritual thing is to be like, no, 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 we're all.
We're all on the same
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
wavelength and like the same vibe. No. I think you are absolutely 100% smarter than me in spiritual
How
matters and
funny.
probably street smarts. I'm a dumbass. Like
I did live in Brooklyn, dude.
I was born and raised here in LA and ended up in so many stupid situations because I was just naive and didn't know what I
Yeah.
was doing. I didn't know that I was doing crack for a long time.
For a long time. Oh
I
my god.
so
Not just like I did it once and oops, I didn't realize it was crack. You were doing
no,
it for a while.
I
How were you what form like did you consume it in?
um I was snorting it.
So that's why you got confused. That's fair. That's
Yeah.
why I asked because I'm
But
like,
I was
if you're
fooled.
smoking a crack pipe, then you kind of know.
Yeah,
But
then
if
you
it's in
know.
a powder, okay,
No, I
that's
it wasn't
fair.
in a powder. It was in a rock, and my
Oh,
drug
okay.
dealer was
Like
telling
cut it
me,
up.
my drug dealer was telling me that he was cutting out the labor cost and cutting me
Stop.
a deal. I'm 5 years sober now. There's a reason I don't do
Hey.
drugs or alcohol anymore because I
Oh
end
my
up doing
god,
crack.
dude. Because I do crack by accident. Oh, whoopsies. And now I work with children.
And now I work with children.
Yeah.
Don't tell my children.
No, but I think it's good to have like recovered like people in recovery around kids, especially
Mhm.
like formative teen
I've
years.
actually talked to some of
It's
my students
helpful.
about my sobriety because they'll have
Really.
questions about drugs, and like I have a handful of students that I'm pretty open with because they're very mature for their ages, and I know that they are the ones who are at risk for
Yeah.
drug use and things like that. So when they ask me questions about it, I'll be like, "Yeah, I'm actually don't do drugs or drink anymore. I'm sober." And they'll be like, "Well, have you?" And I'm like, "Yeah, and
D-
it's really
oh yeah.
bad. It's really bad. Don't do it."
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
But
because
it's like sometimes you just like, and this is how I was when I was younger. Like people try to warn me about stuff, but it's like I just had to make the messes for myself. I
exactly.
just had to almost die dozens of times to get the message.
I also had to like the problem was is that I had people who were telling me not to do things, but none of them had any experience with the things I was
Yes,
doing.
exactly. So
And
then you're like, I'm not going to listen to you.
yeah, like my
Yeah.
mom would tell me I had a drinking problem, and I was like, "You think anyone who drinks has a problem?"
Right.
And so now I found out that she doesn't drink because she had issues with alcohol,
Oh, but she
and
wasn't
but
sharing
she
that.
wasn't sharing that with me, so I didn't know
Yeah.
that she had the expertise.
Yeah.
Um,
I didn't know she had the expertise. There's not a better way to say that. That was really good. I love that.
yeah, and so now I've been like the person who is the expert because I've participated in these
Yeah.
extracurricular activities,
Yeah.
and so that my students can be like, "Oh, well, I know her and I know that
And
she's
she's
cool
cool.
and
Yep.
she's sober."
Yep.
So like
Yeah.
that's something that I've been striving for.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. I love that. No, that's perfect. It's like we don't sometimes, and like you were saying too, it's like you thought your life was going to look a certain way. When I was younger, I thought my life was going to look a certain way. We end up going through a tough, difficult time, and then we're able to use that for good now,
Mhm.
having come on the other side. So I just, yeah, I think that's really cool, really important.
Mhm.
What question do you not want me to ask you?
I am a pretty open book. Um but I probably don't want you to ask me too much too much about my dating life because I
Oh.
hate it right now.
You hate
I
it?
hate it. I
Oh, I'm
hate dating.
sorry. Yeah.
I've been trying to date for the last year or two, and it's been tough. Um, being a queer, fat, sober person trying to date in the days and age of everything that's going on politically and everything that's and just the fat phobia and everything. It's
Mm,
just there's a whole lot going on that and also my standards are really high now,
good, as they fucking
as
should
they
be.
should be, but
Yeah.
at the same time it makes it like I'm not getting those same hits of validation that I was getting
Mm.
from when I was just a hoe out in these
Y
streets.
yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, I understand.
and, like,
I think we had similar hoe years too.
probably.
I think I extended mine past yours,
Right.
but, like, we had similar hoe years,
Yeah,
yeah.
like, it was, like, the second I turned 18,
Oh, for
the
real.
second I turned
Ah, that's so funny,
18.
me too.
Oh my goodness. I literally purposefully lost my virginity before I went to college
Mm,
because I knew that if I fell in love with someone at college and lost my virginity to them, I'd be stuck forever.
mm.
So I went and purposefully lost it to someone I did not care about.
Strategic.
Very strategic
Yeah.
and insane. The fact
Right.
that I knew at 18, like, I don't know how to have healthy, healthy romantic relationships to the
Yeah.
point where I'm gonna get rid of this. And, and obviously virginity is a social construct, but it's like, I like to say jokingly a born again virgin because
Mm.
I've been celibate for a few years now, and it's just like, um, not for lack of trying, but,
Right, right, right.
but, every person that's come close, it's like, we just don't mesh. And I
Yeah.
don't want to do it with someone that's not going to be at least my person for a little bit,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, that's good. It's interesting because, like, what I heard you say about your virginity was, like, almost like, "I don't wanna value it too much, so I'm gonna completely undervalue it."
Oof. Yep. Ouch.
Ain't that some
Uh,
shit? Ain't that about a bitch?
Ow, my
Let me get in
feelings.
control of it,
Yeah.
'cause it was literally, like, it might get out of control, and then
It was
yeah,
me
it's
trying.
interesting.
I'm sorry, I just
You're
knocked
okay.
my
I
mic,
got
but
you.
that was me trying to control and enjoy sexual experiences.
Yeah.
And
I
that didn't work.
totally yeah, I feel that. Would you rather be funny, smart, or incredibly good looking?
I'm all three. So
Yes, it's so funny. I asked Jin. Jin got do you know Jin?
I maybe?
I think you might have met Jin once. But, and I said the same thing to them. But they got this question also, and that was
Oh yeah,
also
I
their
do know Jen. What
answer.
am I talking about?
You do?
Yes.
Okay, okay. And then, that was what they said. So all my friends,
All
have
three.
good self-esteem.
But
Yeah.
funny is number one for me.
Ooh, good. Yeah, funny is valuable,
Funny
dude,
is valuable. Like, funny
and
you can make a
cannot
career
be
out of.
taught. Yes.
You
You
can't be taught.
you can't. If you don't
It
have a
has
sense
to
of
be
humor,
developed.
yeah, you can grow it,
Mhm.
you can hone it, but yeah, if you don't have it, and so the thing, like, that got brought up when we were talking when I was talking to Jen, was, like, how we used to value different things at different times in our life.
Mhm.
So if you would ask me this question when I was, like, in my early 20s, I would
Good
have said
looking.
incredibly good looking.
Mhm.
Yeah, and then now it's like I've also seen, like, beauty weaponized in ways and used against me. Like, I've gotten to experience being very seen and then also not being very seen, and,
Mhm.
it's yeah, so it's been interesting.
And it's also almost safer to be a fat woman
It is.
specifically,
It literally is.
because you're less likely to be perpetrated against.
Mhm.
And yeah, I
And people get like, the whole thing people get worried about, like, kids, like, getting snatched up and pulled into a van, like,
I'm too heavy. You
nobody's
can't.
snatching my ass up.
Good luck. I,
I
I
was like, "Oh,
used
I don't have to worry about
I
that."
saw a license plate frame when I was a kid that said it's harder to kidnap fat people, and I was like,
Ain't that the
"That's me.
truth?
That's me.
You
Ain't
felt
kidnapping
seen.
me."
We were so safe.
Until I got myself into the situations.
Right, we're like, "No, we'll just get in the van. You
I'll,
don't even have to
you
grab
don't have to
us."
grab me. I'm gonna go. You're cute.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh my god. It's so
I love older
real.
men. What?
Tina, this is one of those moments where I'm like, "Yeah, we're friends for this is why we're friends." Yep. Yep. What is something that always brings you joy?
Oh man, honestly, it's hanging out with friends is number one.
Totally.
Just because I've curated such a wonderful group of friends in the last few years, and I can just always have a good time no matter what we do.
Yeah.
Um, I don't remember what I was talking about with a friend recently, but I was actually on a dating app and I was talking to someone And they were like, "Oh, did you have a good time at this thing?" And I was like, "Of course I had a good time because I was with good people." Like,
Yeah.
it's all about who you go with,
Yeah.
um, and you'll have a good time.
Mhm.
So that's the thing that brings me the most joy is hanging out with my friends, and also working with my students. And like, it just the when like I hate math. I am not good at
Mm.
math. I was
Mhm.
not good at math when I was younger. I'm actually a lot better at math. Let me rephrase that. I'm a lot better at math than I thought I was when I was
Mm.
younger, but I'm still not like inherently good at math.
Yeah.
But I have been working with my students in math class, and like when I watch the like light come on for them
Yeah.
and see in their eyes like, "Oh, I get it." Like that's such an amazing feeling.
Yeah.
Um and I love that.
Yeah, that's cool, and you are gonna get to have more of those opportunities when you become
My own teacher.
yeah,
Can't wait to be my own boss.
on the trail. Okay. When was
Oh no. Oh
Tina.
no. Oh no.
I kinda okay, I kinda don't wanna ask you. I'm gonna ask you. This is gonna be funny. I hope it's gonna be funny. Well, that's, like, basically every question I wrote. I was like, "I think it's gonna be funny." Some of them aren't, though. Like, when
Oh
they play
no.
out, they're, like, not that good. When was the exact moment you realized you were in love with me? Describe it slowly. Just mischievous, bro.
I'm crying.
Yeah,
Oh
good.
my
I
god.
told you, you said you were gonna laugh. You
I
might cry.
It's probably gonna be offensive.
Yeah.
I'm sure I've offended some people already. But the moment you walked into that meeting
Oh my god, here we go.
in the red dress
You
on
know, I
Christmas
donated
Day,
that dress.
good for you.
Yeah. I was like, "Oh god."
Good for you. You walked in the red dress and you shared about how your life was falling apart.
I literally had just gotten out of a mental hospital, and I think it was, like, Christmas Day?
It was
Yeah, it was
Christmas Day.
Christmas Day.
And she starts talking about it, and I was like, I need to go help this girl.
She's not
She's not
okay.
okay. And I think that maybe some of the things I have to say would be helpful.
No, Tina was,
Uh,
like, super helpful. You were.
just anyone who walks in looking gorgeous in a red dress.
Gorgeous and sad.
Gorgeous and sad. My favorite combination.
What a beautiful disaster.
Oh my lord.
I must know her.
I am a rescuer. I am a fixer. I am the person who will track you down and tell you exactly how you should fix your life,
Mm.
according to my
Yeah,
opinion.
right.
And so that was just like, eat it up. It was great.
Whew, that was good. That was good. Who gives you permission?
Me.
Amen.
Me.
That's
No
it.
one gives me permission but me.
Yeah.
Um, I am lawful good. That is
Mm,
my alignment. Because I follow my own moral compass. I don't follow the laws of the land. I follow the laws of my
good.
heart.
Good.
And like very Captain America in that way.
Mm.
Just like I am not
Weird Barbie and Captain
weird
America.
Barbie and Captain America.
Bro,
Like
like who even are
that's a
you?
cute couple, honestly. Like just changing the world for the better.
Mhm.
But yeah, I definitely march by the beat of my own drum these days. Back in the day when I was younger, like I would need permission from everybody.
Yeah.
And I could not give myself permission to do anything, and I was just not living. I was surviving.
Yeah.
And that's not how I want to live anymore. So
Mhm.
I've stopped asking for permission and started asking for forgiveness.
That's right. That's right. What is the most adorable thing about you?
Oh my god, everything.
Everything is so
I'm
adorable. I'm
adorable.
so adorable.
Physically, it's these cheeks. These cheeks are very cute.
They'll get you.
I've had them my whole life, even when I was
Oh.
young and athletic and everything. Everyone used to make fun of me for being fat because I've always had these cheeks. Um, and because I always wore really baggy clothing because I was ashamed of my body. So I looked a lot larger than I was.
Mm.
Um,
The
and
dichotomy of like trying to hide your large body,
making
right?
it
But
seem
making it look
larger.
bigger.
Yeah.
I've been there. Yeah.
I wore all my dad's hand-me-down sweaters and
Yeah.
shirts and sweatpants. I literally wore my entire 8th grade year. I wore sweatpants and a sweater.
That was
Um,
similar to mine because I started gaining weight. I did like really restrictive diets, started getting into anorexia, and then as I was gaining weight, I was like, "Oh, this I have to hide it."
mhm,
Yeah, I
yeah.
did a very similar thing.
And I was just like so ashamed of my body, especially because like so many girls were starting to develop at that time, and I
Mhm.
am part of the itty bitty titty committee. So, and also like I wasn't allowed to be very feminine.
Yeah,
In
interesting.
my home, I've always been my dad's favorite son.
Mm.
And my mom has always been terrified of me being perpetrated against by men. So I was never allowed to really come into my femininity until I was like 17, 18. And
Mm.
by then it was like I had to force myself into my femininity regardless of what my parents wanted.
Mm.
Um, and then, you know, it's been a battle for my femininity my whole life.
It's so interesting. I had like a very different experience in that like uh femininity was like really like pushed on me by my mother and my
Mhm,
dad a little bit, but really by my mom.
mhm.
And it like she would the messaging was honestly pretty rough. Sorry friends, technical difficulties. But we're good. So I was talking about femininity, you were talking about
The battlefield for my femininity.
yeah, and how for me, I was raised in a way where um being very feminine was really pushed on me. And if I wasn't very feminine, that this is very heteronormative, hetero world, but it was that no man was ever gonna love me and want to be with me. So I had to be very feminine and delicate and
I am no man.
what? What is that? Is that a quote?
It's a quote from Lord of the Rings. The prophecy is that um
I should
uh
know this. I've seen all of them so many. I don't
yeah,
is it from the book or the movies?
I believe it's in both,
Oh,
but
okay.
I believe it's someone says that no man could take me down or whatever. Like the prophecy is
Mm,
that no man would ever fell me.
mm,
And I believe it's Eowyn says, I am no man.
mm.
If I'm not mistaken, I could be completely
I don't know.
wrong.
Fact check Tina,
Fact
bro.
check me. Get at me.
My Instagram is.
Please don't DM me. I don't want that.
Oh, I like this next question. I'm wondering if I missed one. That's okay. We're just gonna go with this. Okay, so we have time for maybe like one more question
Hmm.
before we do the ultimate question.
Hmm.
Ice cream or pasta?
God. Well, I'm not eating sugar right now.
Mm.
But I am eating a lot of frozen bananas that
Oh,
I
been there.
put
Yeah.
in my Ninja, like my
Yeah.
little Ninja blender.
Yeah.
With what I've been doing recently is the frozen bananas, some frozen strawberries, and then like a little chocolate protein shake and some
Mm.
oat milk, and it's
Yeah,
delicious.
you're making your own ice cream.
Yes, I'm making my own ice cream. Ugh, my eyes are watering so much for some reason. Must be my eyeliner.
Ain't that about a bitch?
Mhm.
So ice cream.
Um, yes. I do love pasta though. I worked at an
Oh,
Italian
tell me
restaurant
about it.
on I like different Italian restaurants for 10 years. So I am very well versed in pasta. I love pasta.
Well versed in pasta.
Well
Yeah.
versed in pasta, as you can tell from those that are on video can see my belly is very big because I've eaten a lot of pasta. I've earned every ounce of this.
Same. Yeah. I'm also, well, I'm not eating pasta anymore. That's a whole other thing.
Mhm.
Okay. I want to give you, this is another,
Do a quick one.
okay, right?
Yeah,
That's what I was
quick
thinking.
one.
Okay.
We could do it.
This is a little similar. Universe, God, or donuts?
Universe. But donuts are universal. So,
Oh, very good.
mhm.
Well played. Okay, I want to do one more. I want to do one more because we got cut off, and I just feel like
Yeah,
Okay,
speed round.
it's just fun. It's just
Mhm.
fun. Okay, last one, and
Mhm.
then the final question. When was the last time someone told you they love you?
Aw.
I know.
I feel like yesterday after our love fest, even just last night, I was hanging out with some friends at a meeting, and yeah, my friends tell me they love me all the time. I love it.
Yay.
Yeah.
That's good.
Um, yeah. The last one was probably my friend Gabby. On my way. we like walked to the cars together. So yeah, love you, love you.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah,
one of those, right? I think
yeah.
I got that question when I interviewed myself. And I think that was the same thing. I was like, "Oh," but I also wasn't sure. I was like, "This friend, her poor eyes."
I know. I have chronic dry eye as well. So anytime I wear eyeliner and like it gets just in the corner of my eye, we're over for the rest of the day. I have to go home and take my makeup off.
That sucks. Okay, this is the final question that
hmm
everybody gets.
hmm
In our last 3 minutes, if this is the only surviving audio clip of you left in existence, what do you want people to know?
Man, that's a deep one. I want them to know that I've done my best,
Hmm.
um, and that I care so much. And everyone in my life who knows who they are, I love them very much. Um, and that I've lived my life in service of others. Um, I also want everyone to know that you are enough, you are worthy of love, um, and that being creative is productive.
Mm. Mhm.
Being creative is so productive. Um, art is a weapon, and you should use it.
Mm.
Um, you don't have to be good at it for it to be um, worthy. And I am so grateful for the opportunity to have lived the life that I've lived. Um, I don't have any regrets anymore. Um, and I live my life every day knowing that if I die tomorrow, I've lived every moment to its fullest.
Amazing.
And to my niece and nephew,
Mhm.
little Owen and baby Kennedy, I love you very much and make your mom very proud. Um, yeah.
Oh, cute. I love
Yeah,
it.
my
I
little
love like the
babies.
message to the niece and nephew too, because I'm like, when I think about that question, it's like, yeah, what do you? This is all they can hear.
Mhm.
Yeah, totally. Well, thank you for like being on this
Thank
podcast.
you for having me. This has been so fun.
Yeah, you were a great
Regardless of
guest.
technical
Yeah,
difficulties.
dude. Fucking whatever, bro. Ghosts all up in here. It's my dad's birthday. Did I tell you that?
Happy birthday, Dad.
Yeah, it was weird. It just felt like confirmation of like you're doing the right thing, you're on the right path, and like,
Mm.
make this show. So, yeah, I'm stoked. Thank you all for being here, listening, watching, however you're consuming this, and we'll chat again next week. Bye.
Bye, everyone.